Then dispatcher told me, where are you? And I said, I'm trying to find out where he went. And he said, we don't need you to do that. And I said, okay. He said, we already have a police officer en route. And I said, all right. And I had gone through the dog walk where I normally walk my dog, and walked back through to my street, the street that loops around. And he said, we already have a police officer on the way. So I said, okay. They said, would you like a police officer to meet you? And I said, yes. And I told him where my car was and the make and the model. So I was walking back through to where my car was, and he jumped out from the bushes.
Okay, do you want to just be with him right near the mailboxes, then?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, George, I'll let him know to meet you with the there.
Actually, could you have him call me and I'll tell him where I'm at?
Okay, yeah, that's no problem.
You need my number? You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Why would they need to call you?
I felt like I didn't give them an adequate description of where I was from the clubhouse.
Because what the impression would be is that you're going to continue to look, and when they get here, you should tell them where you're at that point.
Dispatcher asked me if I'm out of my car, and I said yes. And they said, do you know what direction he went in? I said no. And they said, are you following him? And I said, I don't know. I don't know where he went.
Are you following him? Yeah. Okay, we don't need you to do that.
So next time I hear, he just run, and I could hear that the wind blowing.
So you could tell he was running at that time. Okay, and then what happened?
And then he said he lost him.
He lost like the man?
Yeah. So, and then a couple of minutes, he said the man found him again, behind him. I say, run. I said, you gonna run? He said, you're not gonna run, because I couldn't know he not gonna run because he out of breath. And then he told me this guy was getting close. Like, and he told me the guy was getting real close to him. Next time I hear, why you following me for?
Okay, so let me make sure I understand this. So, Trevon tells you the guy's getting closer to him.
Yeah.
And then you hear Trevon saying something.
Yeah.
Right? And what do you hear Trevon saying?
Why you following me for?
Why are you following me for?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I hear this man, like an old man,
Okay.
say, what are you doing around here?
Okay. So you definitely could tell another voice that was not Trevon.
Yeah.
And you heard this other voice say what?
Yeah. What are you doing around here?
What are you doing around here? Okay.
And you can hear he was tired too.
Who was tired?
The old man.
How can you tell that?
He was like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, he breathing.
Okay.
What are you doing around here?
It was a louder.
Yeah.
You told me the reason that you got out of your car was to get an address.
Yes. Right.
But you decided to get the address a fraction of a second after you say, oh shit, he's running. And then it sounds like you're running too.
Well, the question comes into play is that what enraged him so badly? Besides the fact that maybe he felt he was being profiled, he's from a bigger city, I don't know, he can't talk. I got an anonymous phone call today from somebody who gave a different version of events, and that person is holding their statement, and they said something a little bit different. More along the lines, you tried to detain him. More along the lines that, there was arguing before the incident happened. There was yelling back and forth. These things happen, for a lot of different reasons. And that's probably why they kept their anonymity to themselves. I'm hoping that whatever they tell me doesn't come out on here, and then all of a sudden you're looking at something that you never dreamed of you looking at. Okay?
Are you following him?
What is that you whispered?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Fucking what? Punk. Punks. It wasn't a fucking punk.
No, I'm still not understanding. When he walked up to your car, why didn't you say anything to him?
I guess fear. I didn't want to confront him.
You were afraid of him?
Yes.
And do you say you ran?
Yes.
Then you get out of your car and run?
I didn't run after him. No. I walked.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't following him. I was just going in the same direction he was. Once he
That's
said,
following.
And he said, "What the fuck's your problem, homie?" And I got my cell phone out to call 911 this time. And I said, "Hey man, I don't have a problem." And he goes, "No, now you have a problem." And he punched me in the nose.
This person jumped you from somewhere?
Yes, sir.
From the darkness?
Yes, sir.
Did he say anything to you?
yes, sir.
What did he say to you?
When he came up to me, he said, "You got a problem?" And I said, "No." And then I went to reach for my phone to find my phone to call 911 instead of non-emergency.
Okay.
And then he punched me. He said, "You have a problem now," and then punched me in the face.
Okay, so when he approached you, his words were, "What the fuck's your problem?" Correct?
Something to that effect.
Did he use the word homie?
I don't know.
Okay.
He puts his hand on my nose and on my mouth, and he says, "You're gonna die tonight." And I don't remember much after that. I just remember I couldn't breathe.
To this one.
911, do you need police, fire, medical? Maybe
You hear that voice in the background?
No, sir.
both, I'm not sure, there's just someone screaming. 911, do you need police, fire, medical? Maybe both, I'm not sure, there's
That's
just
you.
someone screaming outside. Okay, what's the address that they're near? 1211 Twin Trees Lane. Twin Trees Lane? Is this in the Twin Lake Homes in Sanford?
Yes.
Okay, and is it a male or female?
Are you hearing
Sounds
yourself?
like a male.
And you don't know why?
Doesn't even sound.
I don't know why. I think they're yelling help, but I don't know. Just send someone quick. Say stop.
Okay. Does he look hurt to you?
I can't see him. I don't want to go out there. I don't know what's going on. So they're sending him.
So you think he's yelling help?
Yes.
All right, what is your... You don't know.
Okay, right there. He smothered you. Correct. Yes. At what point did he smother you? Was it right before you shot him?
Yes, sir.
Immediately behind the shot?
911, do you need police, fire, medical?
I need to give me an approximate time when he
Maybe
started
both. I'm
smothering
not
you.
sure. There's just someone screaming outside.
Okay, what's the address that they're near?
1211
That's you yelling for help.
Twin Trees Lane? Is this in the Twin Lake Homes in Sanford?
Yes.
Okay, and is it a male or female?
Help me, help me.
It sounds like a male.
And you don't know why?
I don't know why. I think they're yelling help, but I don't know. Just send someone quick. Say stop.
Okay, does he look hurt to you?
I can't see him. I don't want to go out there. I don't know what's going on. So they're sending him.
So you think he's yelling help?
Yes.
All right, what is your... You don't know.
That's when you shot him.
There's gunshots.
Can you recall? At what point the suffocation happened? Prior to you shooting him, he was on you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you were able to reach into your holster?
Yes, sir.
You shot him at point blank range. He was on top of you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And although that yelling, nobody came out to help you. And I can't pinpoint where you were smothered. That's the problem that I'm having. And nobody's saying they saw him smothering you. People were saying they saw you on someone on top of you, but they didn't see about the smothering part. So,
When we're listening to the screaming, it doesn't sound like there's a hesitation in screaming. It sounds like it's continuous. And if someone knows, it's going to stop. But we don't hear it stop.
okay. you follow this person, you lose sight of this person, you're walking in the darkness out there, you have a flashlight?
It was dead. I had one, but it was dead.
You had to hit a couple times. It's on right now. So.
There's just one person talking, right?
There's two guys. There's two guys in the backyard with flashlights.
Okay.
And there's a black guy down that looks like he's been shot and he's dead.
Then somebody comes out, and I couldn't see. It was a flashlight in my head, so I asked if it was a police officer. And he said no, it was a witness, but he was calling the police.
What made them suspicious?
This gentleman in particular, I'd never seen him in the neighborhood. I know all the residents. It was raining out, and he was leisurely walking, taking his time, looking at all the houses.
Okay.
When I drove by, he stopped and looked at me.
Had you seen him before?
Never.
Never? Okay.
I know all the kids in my neighborhood, all the adults in my neighborhood.
Okay. The person who said, I'm calling for you. Did you recognize that person?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you don't know if that was a resident or?
They were looking out of their back patio.
Okay, so it was somebody that was looking from a residence saying that
Yes,
they were
ma'am.
calling? Okay, did you see more than just that person or?
No, ma'am.
Do you need to go to the hospital?
I don't know. They said I didn't, but I don't know.
The thing too, as far as 25 and 30 punches, I've consulted with a lot of people, not quite consistent with your injuries. How did he manage to bang your head? And okay, correct me if I misunderstood what you said here as far as slamming the head into the concrete, into the cement thing. So how did he do that?
I was on my back.
Okay.
First punch me. I don't know if I immediately fell down, threw me down. I was stumbling. I ended up on my back. And he was on top of me mounted.
Okay.
And he kept punching me. And then when I started yelling for help, that's when he grabbed my head and started just slamming.
Grabbed your head by your ears, by, hard to say?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I wanted to say I am sorry for the loss of your son. I did not know how old he was. I thought he was a little bit younger than I am.
How old would you say he was?
Button on his shirt. Late teens.
Late teens, okay.
I will just read this to you guys so that you can see what he wrote. It's not hard pressed, so it's kind of light. It says, tonight I was on my way to the grocery store when I saw a male approximately 5'11" to 6'2", casually walking in the rain, looking into homes.
It's raining and he's just walking around looking about.
Okay.
So I was walking back through to where my car was, and he jumped out from the bushes.
Sound. Okay, do you remember you were walking this way? Did he jump out in front of you from somewhere, or did he come up behind you, or do you remember?
I don't recall.
Hi everyone. So I'm going to have to read this one as well. It says, as I headed back to my vehicle, the suspect emerged from the darkness. It does not read, the suspect emerged from the bushes.
We don't hear him at all either. Is he being quiet? Is he whispering to you or something?
Telling me to shut the fuck up.
Is he calm?
No, he's like angry.
I don't hear him though.
Is he shouting it, or was he?
No, he's on top of me. He's telling me, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.